are up bright and early, and we are on our way to Yellowstone. Hopefully we can beat some of the crowds. It got a lot colder last night than we were expecting, and it snowed. There was snow on the Jeep, and the internal temperature of the RV was 45 degrees. So poor Kara was freezing her butt off. Me and Lindsay have the dogs to keep us warm, so we were pretty good. The best part about getting up early is stopping at a gas station to get some crappy coffee. Yellowstone is huge. I mean, it takes like an hour just to get from the south entrance to Old Faithful. We made it to Old Faithful. Well, we made it to the parking lot. The parking lot is ginormous. And I bet it'll be filled up in a couple of hours. I mean, the parking lot is just huge. The park has like its own little highway system. Like with on-ramps and stuff, it's insane. There it is. Now we wait. In Yellowstone. You can tell that it gets windy here because there are hats all over the place in this crater. There's one there, there's one there.
Oh, sunglasses.
There's one down there, there's some sunglasses. At least 3 more or 4 more down there. It is pretty windy. I made sure to cinch down my hat extra tight. This is the famous colorful pool that everybody knows, but because all the steam in the wind, you can't really tell.
It took us 3 days, but we finally caught a glimpse of a bear. It was a black bear. We're turning around to see if we can get a better look at it, but we're excited because we just wanted to see a bear in the wild, and we did.
So far I think that Yellowstone is the perfect park in terms of your average person. It's perfect for, I think, families. It's a really nice, relaxing drive. I mean, we've been driving all day, but right when you kind of get tired, there's a really nice pull-off or something really interesting to check out. That's maybe just like a quarter-mile hike. And everything we've seen has been absolutely gorgeous, really interesting. We've learned a lot. It's been a lot of fun. But there are a ton of people. It's packed. All the parking lots are just jam-packed and gridlocked. But I think for families and for just going for a relaxing day's drive, you get to see a lot of cool stuff. I think Yellowstone, so far to me, has been the best for that. It keeps your attention for the entire day. Nothing really ever gets old. I think it's been fun. But in terms of adventure, I think Zion National Park to me has been the best in terms of adventure. There's not a lot of driving, if that's what you're into, is seeing things real quick. If you just want to drive through it, it's real quick to do so. But if you want to get out and do some crazy hikes and have some awesome adventure, it's great for that.
Yeah, I liked Yellowstone too. It was cool that we saw a bear, and I liked Old Faithful. It was pretty neat. And the different colors in the pools were fun. But yeah, it's just kind of leisurely, not very adventurous. But Zion is still my favorite national park. It's like a current in there. It's just weird.
So we found a bear. It's all the way out there. Kind of hard to see. Us and the car in front of us saw it at the exact same time, and so they were kind enough to give us some binoculars to look at it. So there is a grizzly, and people are freaking out, including us. So that was pretty cool. We spent 3 days trying to find a bear, had no luck, kept getting skunked, and today we've seen 5 bears, 3 black bears and a grizzly. And the grizzly had at least 1 cub with her. So that's pretty sweet. I wish I could have seen it better, but I don't have my binoculars.
I'm not getting any closer.
Not sure what I would do if I saw that on the trail. Just wave to it, say hi. It's about all you can do. But this has been a great time of year to visit the Tetons and Yellowstone. Today it was a little bit chilly. It was a high of 55, and last night it actually snowed and got like 32 degrees. But the last few days it's been like in the 80s, sunny, not a cloud in the sky, and there's just a little bit of snow on the peaks to kind of make them look pretty. But what I think really makes it is that the wildflowers are in bloom, and there's a ton of them. These yellow flowers are everywhere. There are entire fields just full of them. And then there's these purple ones, which these ones right here aren't quite opening up. But that's just a couple. I mean, they're just everywhere. Entire fields and prairies just full of wildflowers. It's been absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, the dogs had to be alone and locked up in the RV all day. I think it's like the longest they've been left alone for a long time, but they did great. And so now I'm playing some fetch with them because they deserve it. And they need it. Today was a really great day. We had a lot of fun in Yellowstone. My goals were to see some geysers, see some bubbling mud, see lots of wildlife. I really wanted to see a black bear and a grizzly. We ended up seeing 4 black bears and 1 grizzly. It was a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed our time here in the Grand Teton National Forest is where our site's at. I'm really going to miss this site. This is a great view. This has been an amazing site. But tomorrow we are headed to Boise, Idaho. That's where Kara's going to be flying out of, but we're getting there a few days early so we can do some mountain biking and some rock climbing and do some exploring around there while we still have Kara with us. But I've really enjoyed my time here. We pretty much did all the main things you can do in Yellowstone, but the Grand Teton we kind of just walked or drove through. The main trail that everybody does is actually closed for the season, the waterfall, but near Jenny Lake. And so we're planning on coming back so that way we can do some of the backpacking and stuff here. Because it feels like the Grand Teton National Forest is kind of just like you drive through it unless you're really into back country backpacking and stuff like that. And a lot of the hikes are really intense with a lot of steep switchbacks and stuff. So yeah, but and there's a lot of snow up there right now. And Kara's not she's not huge into hiking. And so we're planning on coming back later in the season when it's a little bit warmer and doing some backpacking and maybe even climb one of the peaks. That'd be awesome. But our time here has been great now, and I'm excited to come back.